Today we're exploring a modern arcade and indoor amusement park to try to answer the question, can you still find retro games in 2026 in an arcade? Or is everything just VR games and claw machines? Let's go inside, walk around, and take a look. Walking into the arcade, things weren't looking very promising. Everywhere I looked, there were modern racing games, giant attractions, ticket games, and arcade experiences based on today's popular franchises. I was starting to think that maybe the days of finding classic arcade games were over. And then I spotted these. Now these aren't just Pac-Man machines, they're pixel bash cabinets, each packed with a collection of classic Namco arcade games. So instead of playing just one title, you can choose from an entire library of retro games right from the menu. Some of the classics are instantly recognizable, while others are a little more obscure. But either way, it was a pleasant surprise to find so many authentic arcade games hiding inside a modern entertainment center. Along with Pac-Man, there were games like Galaga 88, Modos, Dragon Buster, Xevious, and the Tower of Jurassic. Some of these are arcade legends, while others are the kind of games you almost never stumble across anymore. Now, retro wasn't the only thing this arcade had going for it. There were also plenty of games inspired by movies, television, and classic franchises. This Walking Dead pinball machine looked especially impressive, with artwork and sound effects pulled straight from the series. Dance Dance Revolution is another arcade classic in its own right. It's not exactly retro yet, but it's one of those games that instantly reminds me of spending time in arcades years ago. There was even a modern reimagining of Space Invaders. Now, instead of standing at a cabinet, you're seated with a mounted blaster, giving the classic game a completely different feel. And if giant dinosaurs are more your thing, there's a Jurassic Park shooter that does a great job of making you feel like you're inside the movie. To contrast the original Pac-Man cabinets, this arcade also had Pac-Man Battle Royale, a modern multiplayer version where up to 4 players can compete against each other at the same time. Even the prizes you could win reflected that same mix of old and new. For example, you could win this autographed Hulkamania Championship belt. Or go for a more modern collectible, this Labubu. Whether your nostalgia comes from the 80s or something much more recent, there was probably something here that would catch your eye. So, can you still find retro games in a modern arcade? I'd say yes, but not in the same way you could 20 or 30 years ago. Today's arcades are built more around modern attractions and big interactive experiences, but if you're willing to look around, there's still some genuine classics waiting to be discovered.